Hey, this is Jack at Postfly, and today we're tying the Squid Deceiver fly for the April saltwater fly kit. Now you're going to start off by taking your white saddle hackle here, and you're going to cut it just to the point where the fuzzy part is completely off the stem. Now you're going to want these hackles splayed out like this, and you're going to want to put them directly on top of the hook shank. Next, just give it a few really tight wraps to lock it in place. Now you're going to take your grizzly hackle and you're going to do the same thing, but you don't have to trim them. Just splay them out in a V formation. Put them right on top of the previous hackle. Again, a few tight thread wraps. Now you're going to take your flash. You're going to lay it right on top of the hackle here. A few more wraps, again, nice and tight. Now we have little extra tags here. I'm just going to want to trim them. Perfect. And now we have sort of flash body that we're going to create. So take your material here, line it up. Tag ends to the end of the thread. Couple more tight wraps. And you're going to wrap all the way forward with your thread to just behind the hook eye. Next, you're going to wrap this material right around the body here. And it's going to give the fly a bit more of a flashy appearance. Really accentuate that squid look. Now you're just going to wrap over the top section here just to keep it in place. Trim the tag end just like so. Couple more wraps. Now we're going to add eyes to the fly. So you're going to take a little UV resin and put it just at the end of that flash body. Put a few globs of glue on, just like that. Place your eye directly on top. And use your UV curing light to keep it in place. Perfect. So now we're going to do the other side, same thing. Add a little UV. Take the second eye, lay it right down on top. Cure it in place one more time. I just like to rotate my vise just to make sure that the light really touches every single aspect of this glue right here. Now for the final part, all we're going to do is add a little bucktail to the front. So make sure you have your bucktail in hand. Take a generous amount, cut it off in the main clump. And you're going to want all of the butt ends lined up nicely. So make any additional cuts if necessary. Now all you're going to do is measure it out to the front of the fly and make a few loose thread wraps. Next, with your pointer finger and thumb, simply spread the bucktail 360 around the hook shank. Just like so. Next, with a few tight thread wraps, winch that bucktail down. And play with the bucktail a little bit, get it to stand up. You're all set. Now all you gotta do is just add a whip finish to the fly. And you're all set. A little bit of UV glue doesn't hurt. Make sure you get it 360 around the hook shank here. Right where your thread wraps are. And you are good to go. Hit it with the UV curing light, and this fly is bulletproof. Now, I love fishing this pattern for bluefish, striped bass, pretty much anything that eats squid on the east and west coast. Squid really pulsate through the water. They're not fast, so light strips, light ticks, and that is the best method to catching fish with this fly.